Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I guess this is a prog review. Welcome to prog review, and I'm talking about. I don't know if you ever heard of this lot. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not properly dressed. Just bear with me. There we go. I think that calls for that kind of t-shirt. Not that you can see it unless I do the extreme wide angle. But that doesn't work. I want you to see my beautiful face. This is Genesis BBC broadcasts. Have you noticed on many different online retailers, Amazon, we'll go with them first, Amazon, awful lot of bootlegs around. Have you noticed that? Your favourite band of a yesteryear, you go on there and you will find plenty of bootlegs. Hey, maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll just pull up Amazon and we'll have a little looky. Genesis and CDs. What have we got here? There's one there. Look. There's one there. Look, and there's one there. You see, and there's another one, and there's another one, and there's another one, and there's another one. Do you see? And that's where we're at. There's an awful lot of bootlegs out there, whether it's Genesis or Pink Floyd, and companies, not only Amazon, Burning Shed, they have these. And when I've said to them, "Oh, you're selling bootlegs now," they go, "No, this is official." No, it's not. It's a bootleg, and they're everywhere. And these are usually sourced from radio shows or actual. Some of them, if you read the reviews, they are actual bootlegs. People with hats with microphones in. I remember once at a gig there was a guy with a hat, baseball hat, and he had two microphones. It looked like the devil, seriously. And he sat very still all night. He didn't clap. I think it might have been that band. And he sat there with his special microphone hat on. No word of a lie, that did happen. Now people just hold up their phones and do 4K video. Funny. In the old days people used to sneak in recording gear. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this. We're talking about BBC broadcasts. Funny enough, if you've got a CD player, I have, because I'm old, and it's got CD text, it's actually Genesis Live at the BBC on the CDs, not Genesis BBC broadcasts. There are many anachronisms in this set. From, again, if you've watched my unboxing, it's back there. Some of the artwork is out of sequence on the CD sleeves. Like Domino should be after Home by the Sea in terms of chronology. The logos on the actual printed discs are in the wrong. The Gabriel one is on the Collins CD, and the Collins one is on the Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? There's little bits of it. But the reason this exists, I say there are two reasons why this exists. Why, Darren? Tell us why. Tell us in your infinite wisdom. Right? Firstly, it's so they can say, look at that. Look what it says there. Official document. Because there are an awful lot of bootlegs out there. And the second reason, right, is, and this is interesting, right? Is it interesting? I'm trying to see. That's the wrong disc. We can now answer the Concord music question, because look, these ones, if you notice the Banks ones, like Burning Rope and Banks Rutherford Squonk, and Deep in the Motherlode, which is a Rutherford one. Is there a Collins one on here? Don't know. I'm gonna find. People going, Darren, this is not what we wanted. No, it is because it explains a lot. Trust me. Because if you read, there must be a Collins solo one on here somewhere. can't believe it. There must be one here somewhere, which is just a Collins, right? No, there isn't. Oh well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But because what I was saying is, it shows that the Collins Banks Rutherford material was sold to Concord. Do you remember they sold their catalogue, and the Gabriel Hackett stuff is still EMI because look, it's shared. Look, see, look, Concord Music and EMI Music. If it's a Genesis-y, classic Genesis lineup one, see, and that one says Strat song. See, that one still says Strat song. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, sorry, I just thought that was interesting because it shows you how the money was divvied up. So Gabriel Hackett, not part of that deal. It was just the Collins Banks Rutherford part was sold to Concord. And that's another reason why this probably exists, is Concord, they want some of their money back. That's another reason why this exists. If you are again, there are probably bigger Genesis fans out there than me. Older, more grizzled. They look like the guy from that song, The Musical Box, the old fella. Not like me, I'm still handsome. Who know Genesis inside. I don't know Genesis inside out. Barely listen to them. But you'll look at this box set and go, because that's what I did. Because on one level it's fucking awful. But like any abusive relationship, you hope for change. You take a clump on the hope that you might be able to change them. They love me, really. Because again, I don't want to go. I don't want to just sit here and list a load of stuff that's missing, because that's what I could do. But every aspect, every disc of this, every aspect of this represents a missing opportunity. There's tracks missing from, from the sessions, So it's incomplete. There are annoying things like on that one. Somebody pointed that out in the comments about. It says Paris. It should say Paris Theatre, because it makes it sound like it was in Paris. Paris Theatre was in London. It says it in the booklet, in the inlay. But to the lay observer, people go, Paris? What's that? Is that something I've not heard? Is that a new thing? They might not necessarily add two and two together. And so, like I said, the sounds of the 70s stuff, and there's bits missing. Was it Giant Hogweed and bits, alternate mixes. I think there are a couple of mixes of Harold the Barrel, and again, I've got these in my archive somewhere. So I was doing an A/B comparison. How do they sound? Everything on here sounds brilliant. It sounds really good. Again, the Wembley Arena. Again, it says Wembley Arena. It wasn't Wembley Arena. It was Empire Pool. So I'm being nitpicky. It's Wembley Arena now, but back in the day it was the Wembley Empire Pool, where they recorded the Lamb tour from '75, and you get just Watcher of the Skies. And again, there's a missed opportunity, because not that you have the entire gig, you only have like an hour of it. But this Watcher of the Skies sounds really good. It's a stereo broadcast. I know there's a lot of mono boots of it out there. I've got a stereo one, funny enough, and I did an A/B comparison, and the new version is really good. And this is when I get annoyed, because I want to hear the rest of it really good. I want to hear the rest of the Empire Pool thing really good. I want to hear it all really good. I want all the tracks really good. Thank you. So that would have been nice. So there are things that are missed off. And then you get the whole squeezing stuff onto one disc, like we have like the Lyceum and Nebworth there, all on my that I find that niggles me. I'd rather have, I don't know, the Lyceum split over two discs, or if you can put something, I don't. But they're doing it in the sake of chronology. But it just bothers me. It niggles me. I get niggled by those kind of things. But again, there's stuff missed out. I don't really want to go into it. Again, you've got the Wembley '87 concert, which again, it's there. I actually taped that off the radio back in the day, but I can't find my tape. Where did my tape go? Which is annoying. But that's one of the most complete radio recordings here. Woefully incomplete. Big bits left off. Sounds good, but big bits left off. Same with, again, there's Nebworth 92, which again, the whole thing is recorded. We only get 6 tracks of it. The NEC 1998, 2 tracks. Again, I think is that an hour? Oh, it's what's left off is annoying. It niggles me. This is almost like it's I don't know, a compilation of a bigger box set. It's like it's the best of a Genesis live album box set, if that makes sense. I mean, it is woefully poor in its compilation. And there really isn't no need for it, because they've obviously got the tapes and the they've got the tapes out there. So why didn't they just do the most complete version? But they don't. And this has happened before. Again, I suppose you could aim that criticism at the Genesis Archive 1 and 2. The Archive 1, I kind of like, it's reverse chronological order. You get the Shrine Auditorium thing, slightly tightened up. I like it. Some people don't, And as for the second archive, that's just a complete dog's breakfast. And again, another missed opportunity. And yeah, this is another one. However, it's Genesis. And like the slavering dog that I am, I'm like, sign me up. Give me the Genesis, please. And it was really, again, especially listening to Wembley 1987, even though it's incomplete, it really takes me back to listening to it originally on radio, July the 4th, I think it was, 87. I can still remember it. There was a great run of live broadcasts back then. I remember there was that, and I think there was Queen as well, and there was loads of other bands that was doing like a Radio 1 was doing a lot of. I think the Queen one was actually Channel 4 broadcast it, and anyway, I'm getting beside myself. But there was a lot of live recordings being broadcast on the radio back then. A lot of concert stuff, and it was really, really cool. And it takes me back to those times when radio was exciting and vibrant, and you tune in. And I'd listen to gigs that, again, from bands that I didn't necessarily follow, but hey, it was on the radio. And again, listening to it again just made me feel incredibly nostalgic and very, 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 very old. Same with the Nebworth one. Again, the Nebworth one was broadcast on Sky TV. I have the video. Well, I don't have the video. I have the video dub, the digital video dub that I made from my video of that, because I got the in-laws to video it for me. So again, to see it hacked about with like that, or is that the Nebworth? Is that the Nebworth, the Nordorf Robbins one? I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of Nebworth. There's a lot of Nebworth that they could have put out there. There's a lot of Nebworth, isn't there? But again, I'm getting sidetracked. The really good thing is the Lyceum stuff. Now, the Lyceum from tour from 1980, the Duke tour, it's a great bootleg. It's a great, and you can see it. There's also the video version of it, which I think is on the Genesis box sets, which I've got over there, and you can watch the video version of this. And I'm coming on to. I'm trying to get. I should have written notes, but why? When I can just babble on incoherently. But yeah, the Lyceum one is one of the most powerful recordings, and it's even more so on here. And it's like everything's been sped up. It feels even more urgent. I don't know what they were. I don't know if they were taking any special, nose powder that night, to clear their sinuses. But boy, everything seems really fast and urgent, and in your face. It's really whoa. again, it's the dynamism of the band is just, it's so tight and so fast, and an essential listen. And presented here, it's fantastic. Fantastic, you know, some sound quality. But, and this is the big but, a lot of these, the Lyceum, the Wembley, the Nebworth, beep-boing, you can actually watch these with video. You know, you can actually, again, I'm the sort of person, live albums are all right. But if you give me a choice of listening to the live album or watching the band live with video, I'm going to choose the video, because I am a visual creature. You know, so for me, while this is all well and good, I'm probably going to play it once. Or, well, CD1 I'll probably get more of a spin because of, you know, they've brought all those bits together. But again, it's incomplete. But a lot of the other stuff, I'm going to sit and watch the live video version of it, because that's my preferred method. And again, with the We Can't Dance tour, you have the Earls Court We Can't Dance DVD, Blu-ray, whatever you want to call it these days. Is it? I don't think it's on Blu-ray, is it? I think I own that twice. I have the original 2-disc edition where you could swap the was it the video camera? Do you remember the old days? You could choose. You could watch Phil Collins on drums, or Tony Banks, or Mike Rutherford. You could choose on DVD. It's one of the features. They don't use it anymore. You can actually change the video stream, the video channel. That was like a special feature. A lot of bands did that. That band, Genesis, The Who did it with the Kids Are All Right DVD. And you don't get that these days. Everything's just kind of boring. That technology's kind of fallen by the wayside. So yeah, I mean, if I'm going to revisit these bands live, I'm probably going to watch them with video. And this, you know, another irritation, it comes in a fucking box. Why didn't they bring it out in one of those media book style things like the Genesis Archive was brought out in? And then it'd match the Genesis Archive set. Just saying. I mean, I don't like the box. And the booklet's a bit, again, whoever put this stuff together didn't really care about the chronology of things, because Peter Gabriel's face turns up way back in the booklet, you know, and some of the pictures used are out of time, out of chronological order, which is, yeah. And the guy writes the notes. It's all right, but you know, it didn't really grab me. You know, it didn't really paint a picture of the band for me, or the band as I know it. It portrayed a different band, and if that makes sense, I didn't really think it was very good. And it sounds really negative. Oh God, I want it to be positive. But yeah, this is the result of all those bootlegs on Amazon. So it's all Amazon's fault, and all those bootleggers' fault, and terrible artwork that they do. Again, if it wasn't for them, you know, we probably wouldn't have this. Do I recommend it? Oh, it's 50 odd quid. I think I got it cheap because I pre-ordered it early from Amazon, so I think I got it in for like 44. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I think that's very reasonable. But if you pay any more than 50, you know, tenner a CD, I suppose that's fair. I think if you're a casual Genesis fan who wants a live hit, you're going to be happy with it. If you're diehard and obsessive, you're going to be annoyed by it. It's going to irritate you, you know. It's going to irritate you like those remixes irritated you. You know, it doesn't sound like the old albums. It sounds brighter. There's a different vocal take there. It could lead to severe irritation. But it's Genesis. It's Genesis. And again, they're missing a trick. Now they don't have to put it out on CD. They could open up their archives. Again, Phil Collins kept a massive tape archive of soundboard recordings of the band, apparently, because he liked to, again, listen to the performance, tighten up his own performances. those tapes are out there. Phil Collins, kept them meticulously. They are in the archive. They could all be digitised very easily and quickly and put on. Imagine an official Genesis live repository, and you pay, or maybe it's a subscription. They could even do look. This is how easy it is, right? Gabriel is using Bandcamp, right? Charging £3 a month. It's working for him. So Genesis could do the same thing. They could have a Genesis Bandcamp page and upload all this live stuff for the members, and do it like that. Couldn't they? Not going to cost them anything to actually do. The outlay to doing that is minimal. Just a little bit of audio cleaning up and uploading onto Bandcamp. They could do that, and then they're giving the fans what they want. They're giving the fans some interest, something interested to look forward to, and they'll be making a little bit of cash from it as well, a little bit of coin, and it'll make these bootlegs. Again, who wants to buy a bloody CD these days anyway? No one does. Bandcamp. So yeah, it makes me sound like I've shit all over this. It wasn't my intention. I want to love it because it's Genesis, but it reminds me a lot of the Genesis Archive 2 set, but that really irritated me because it was all over the place. It was put together so badly. Some good stuff on there. All the right notes, not necessarily in the right order, as Eric Morecambe once said. And this just shows you get a glimpse of potential, a glimpse of the potential. And I think what they've done, tarting up the audio is good. It's really... it makes a difference. That's it. That's my review. Disappointing. Good, but disappointing. It's like seeing an old friend and finding out they've, been made homeless because they've got addicted to meth. It's like that, and they can't remember all the memories that you share. They just, it's what it's a bit like that. It's like seeing an old friend who's gone a bit senile and left bits out. That's it. That's the review. I'm sorry it wasn't better. I'm sure there'll be many people that have just, you're not a true fan. You're not a true fan. Probably right. But anyway, that was Genesis BBC broadcasts, or if you've got a CD player with CD text enabled, Genesis live at the BBC. They were at Nebworth there. Who knows? If you wait long enough, it might come down in price. Again, I didn't buy the vinyl because I thought the vinyl was prohibitively expensive, and this has the most bang for your buck. Whoops. Which I'll probably rip it all and listen to it while I'm out on the dog walk anyway, if I wanted to listen to it digitally via my phone and Bluetooth headphones. Hasn't technology got marvellous? If you want to feel old, this is what you need to buy. Well, if you were there. If you were young, you're not going to feel old. You're just going to go, why am I buying a CD box set? I'm a young person. I don't buy music. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Sorry to have wasted so much of your time. Please forgive me. And I'm sure there'll be much better content along after this video. There's much better content than this. This is shit. But do I do the thing? Should I do the YouTube thing? Why not? If you like this video, do thumbs it up and do subscribe and do join the channel with the money and give me money, or you can go to my Patreon page, search for it, Darren Lock Patreon. I'm sure it's out there on Google somewhere, or check out my music on Bandcamp, darrenlock.bandcamp.com. We'll use that one because everyone tends to use that these days. That's good. And thanks for watching. There's only one more thing left to say. By now you should know what that is, and that is PROG on. Oh yeah.